All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you being here. I know I haven't been producing quite as many subscription box videos, but as some of you know, I lost my job a couple months ago, so I've had to spare it down. I'm just right now. I'm still doing the SHT Survival. I really enjoy them. I wanted to keep one box because I love doing this. I love bringing this stuff to you guys. I hope your day is going well. Me, I'm a little bit tired. I've been out Ubering a lot today. If you may remember, I don't know, you might have noticed my other video, but I'm kind of doing that in the meantime until I find something a little different. But so we've got SHTF Survival Box we're going to bring to you today. And most of you, I'm sure, are familiar with, subscription boxes. If you're not, basically you're going to pay a fee every month, and depending on how much you pay depends on the level of the box you're going to get. Typically, sometimes the quality of the stuff. Lots of different companies that do it. I do like this one. I do enjoy this one. So let's get to it. Let's see what we can find. This is a cool knife that I did in one of my knife videos. All right. Kind of a behemoth. Let's see, maybe we'll get a knife in here. Yeah, I don't get too many knives in these boxes. The where's that? SHTF Survival. Or if we do get a knife, they're usually not real high end, but you never know. We shall see what we have got. All right. Like usual, a lot of stuff. They usually have about 9 items. We'll see if they, there's a knife. We'll see if they, I see something really interesting. And they got a card. It's one of the things I like about this company is they give you cards. And so you have an idea of what you're looking at. All right. Cool. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items. Yep, I was right. They're usually pretty good about that. So, like I said, there's different levels. With this particular company, they've got what they call primary box, a pro box, and an elite box. I do get the elite box. So we're going to start. We're just going to go down the list here. The primary box. So the primary box, you would pay $19.99 a month plus shipping and handling. You're always going to pay shipping and handling. I forget what it is. It's probably $8 to $10 or something like that. Okay, so you're going to pay that no matter what level you're at. So $19.99 plus shipping and handling, probably figure 28 bucks taxed, 30 bucks. Not too bad. They're giving you an estimated retail value. So this is an MSRP of $66.95. Now, as you well know, if you've watched my videos, you can usually find items for cheaper than that. But with this company, I usually at least get the value worth of what I'm paying and a little bit more. So I'm not complaining. If you're buying subscription boxes and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to spend $100 and get $300 worth of stuff, you're not, guys. I do it because it's fun. It's like a little Christmas every month. I enjoy it. So that's why I do it. So let's get started. So let's see. The first item we have is a Bushmaster Assisted Opening Tactical Knife. So they did give us a knife, and that guy is right here. Cool. Bushmaster. I've gotten Bushmaster knives before. Sometimes they're okay. They're not usually the highest quality. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Does it say anything about it? Tactical Rescue Folding Knife. Okay. So this is a rescue knife. They've got the seatbelt cutter on there, and they have got the glass breaker on there. Okay. It has a back flip. The scales are, they appear to be plastic. The manufacturing on it is not great, Woo, that blade is off-centered. I did say off-centered, not centered. Yeah, that sucker's way off. The clip's all right, I guess. Not a deep carry, not reversible. Let's see. All right, so it's an assisted. Honestly, though, it's easy to make these knives assisted, so it should open up really well. It's got a standard drop point blade. Yeah, definitely a drop point blade. It's got a lot of aggressive jimping up top, and it's got a good choil for your first finger. It's actually comfortable. I'm actually really surprised by that. It is actually a very comfortable knife. Let's see how sharp this blade is. Dun, dun, dun. The old paper test. Not good. I've had worse, but not great. But I'll tell you what, from the same company, or actually maybe it was, yeah, no, I think it was from the same, no, it's from a different company. Yeah, there's a different company I got, a survival knife like this that basically had the glass breaker and the seat belt cutter, and it was a lot cheaper than this. This is actually usable. I mean, it's not high end. This is a gas station knife, to be honest. A Walmart special. So we're not talking about a high end knife here, by any means. So let's not even consider it as such. Is it a junk knife that's usable? Yeah, I think so, actually. Comfortable. Some things I like about it. If I didn't have anything else, I would absolutely carry this in my car as a backup knife, or for its purposes of the seatbelt cutter and blah, blah, blah. I don't really know how well the seatbelt cutters work, to be honest. I'm not going to go try it. Weight's pretty, it's not terrible. And here's the thing. They're giving it a value of $14.99. So do I think this is a $14.99 knife? Yeah, I do. I mean, you can get a much nicer knife, like for instance this, and I did this in one of my knife videos off of Temu or AliExpress, or wherever I got this one. This one's fantastic. But from a subscription box for $15, yeah, that's cool. Gosh, how do I rate this? I can't put like it just because it's not, it is kind of low end. But then again, I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to put medium. It's actually a decent knife for that money. For $14.99, it's a decent knife. Okay. Next thing we've got is a Trailblazer Survival Lanyard Hidden Knife. Okay. Trailblazer Hidden Knife. Very interesting. They're giving a value of $9.99 on this. All right, so obviously you got a clip. It's actually a pretty decent clip. You got some paracord on there, and then your hidden knife here. Okay. I don't know how hidden that is. That's a tiny little knife. Huh. I guess I don't understand what the concept is. Is this, look at that guy. Little tiny guy. You just squeeze this together and it releases. You squeeze that right there. It releases it. I'm actually not hating on this, because the paracord in emergency, you can break that apart and you can use that, and then you got to. So this right here is not something you're going to use on a daily basis, but this on a go bag or a camping bag or something like that, it's not bad actually. I don't know that, even $9.99 seems a little expensive, but You know, because you got a little emergency paracord and you got a little emergency knife, and that's what it is. This would be like an emergency type thing. So I'm not hating on it. I mean, I don't like it, but I'm not hating on it either. We'll go medium on that. All right, let's see. So that was $9.99. Waterproof, Know Your Knots reference guide. Okay. They're giving a value of $12.99. Okay. All right. So this is really cool. You know, it's going to give you a guide on how to tie various knots, both sides. I love that. That's always good to have. However, for $12.99, you can probably buy a book, a small book on how to tie knots. Printing things like this, a lot of people don't understand. If you're having this stuff printed in China, which I can almost guarantee you are, you're talking pennies to have this printed, and they're charging $12.99. This should be $1, $2 max. So although I like having a quick reference guide for knots, I think that's cool. Because of the value they're putting on it, I got to put it in don't like it, because I don't like that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of a rip off on that, but not bad to have around. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Next we've got is a glow-in-the-dark paracord bundle, 650-pound rated, $11.99. Okay. Let's see, does it gives a amount? It does not say the amount. There's not really much to say about this, guys. You know, it's glow-in-the-dark paracord. I like that. I like that it's glow-in-the-dark. You know, that's really, really cool if you're out camping, you know, to be able to see things, obviously. They're giving it a price of $11.99. For this amount, I think they're pushing it on that. I think that's kind of high. I like this a lot. I just can't get there on the price. So that's the thing. Do I not put things in the like it pile just because of the price isn't correct? See, if that's the case, I don't know. The knots go, see, I do this. I go back. Sorry. The knots thing goes in the medium pile. This goes in the like it pile. I disagree with the pricing on them. Okay. So next we've got is a Spartan wool fingerless wool gloves. Okay. Good deal. Makes sense. We've received lots of things like this from them. All right, these are cool. Yep, these are good. You know, I like the fingerless. You know, that way you can feel the trigger on your gun, your AR, whatever you're shooting that day. These are good to have. Not really much to say about them. They're just basic wool gloves. Ooh, they're giving a price of $16.99. Guys. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Okay, here's the problem. I can probably find these for about $6 on Temu or AliExpress. They're charging. They're saying they're worth $16.99. Not even close. Yeah, this right here, I'll bet you $1.99. I wonder. Problem is, it doesn't tell you how much. It says 36 BK. Maybe that's 36 feet. No, I don't know. So it's kind of hard to look that up in that sense. But these are going to go in the medium pile. Once again, they're way off on the price on that. Okay, but so that, you know, exclude these items. So you got the these items right here are all in that $19.99 a month plus your shipping handling. That's pretty good, you know. So if you're looking for a subscription box, you just want to have something to open up, have some fun items every month, and you don't have a real big budget for it, and you just want to spend a few bucks, probably for less than $30, you can get all this stuff. And it's kind of fun. So that's where we're at on the primary box. Next box is called the Pro Box. Pro Box are going to charge you $49.99 a month plus shipping handling. They're giving a April retail value, so this is going to be MSRP of $111.93. Once again, we'll see. Okay, so they're giving us a few items here. It looks like 2 items. They're giving us Apex 9 4-core rechargeable flashlight. All right. I do like flashlights. I am a flashlight guy. I hate cheap flashlights. Please don't be cheap flashlight. Please don't be plastic. This is going to be plastic. I know it's going to be plastic. I don't like plastic flashlights. I just don't. Plastic. Yee-hee. Yes, indeed. I don't know. I think because I live in the desert and it gets so hot out here in your car, it can get like 160 degrees plus in plastic cracks. But it is rechargeable, which is cool. You've got looks like a mini C. Yeah, it looks like a mini C on that, which I'd prefer the larger one. Let's see how bright it is. Okay, you got a flash, which is good. Very lackluster. I'll tell you what, I got a keychain flashlight that was like this. I mean, a little guy from another box a month or 2 ago that puts out more light than this. It does have this sort of, I don't even know what you'd call that light. I don't like this. That is cheap. That is cheap. Yeah, that's disappointing. How much are they charging for the woo? $19.99, guys. $5 all day long. Dollar store maybe. It's a cheap flashlight, guys. You can't put $19.99 on that. You can't fool me. They try to though. Drifter 9 portable solar heated shower with temperature gauge, $24.99. That is going to be this. Let's see what this is. Dun, dun, dun. All right, comes in a bag. I always like it when things come in bags, although this is a very cheap bag. This, I mean, if you even look at this thing with an attitude, it'll probably tear. Okay, let's see what we got though. You got a really high-tech shower head here. That's lovely. Okay, that's just. I mean, I think you got to work to make things that cheap anymore. And then you've got a bladder. The bladder is actually not bad. It actually feels really good. And it has a temperature gauge on there, which is cool. You know, it's a little cold outside. Fill it up, hang this thing in the sun, and it is going to warm up. And you know what? I gotta tell you, the bag quality versus the shower head quality is very different. I think they could have done a better job on this. But I'm not hating this, to be honest. I mean, months and months ago, I did get a really nice portable shower. It was all automatic and powered, and that thing was really cool. But that thing was like $50 or $60. You know, they got $24.99 on this. It's usable. It is usable. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, would you pay $24.99 for this? I don't know. I don't know if that's too much or if that's a fair deal or what that is. If I can even get this thing back in here. Come on now. There we go. Not sure what I think of this. It's not a bad item. You know, these are definitely usable. I'm going to put it in the medium pile. So far, not a terrible month, but not a great month either. So that was the Pro box. So I would have been happy with the primary box. If I'd have paid that extra $30 for the Pro box, I don't think I would have been super happy with that. So let's take a look at the Elite box items. The Elite box items, that's going to be $89.99 a month. That's what I paid, plus shipping. And then they're saying the estimated, or well, they're saying their April retail value is $176.91. So there's a couple different things here. I'm actually going to go to the last item first, which is going to be in this box. And they're saying this is a folding survival shovel and case for $14.99. $14.99. And it is taped. Let's use our new knife. Okay. It works. This does not seem very big for a folding shovel. I mean, at all. That is a tiny little, it's got a little package. You know, I'm not doing a very good job of holding stuff up, am I? Probably not. I don't know. I mean, some of it I did, some of it I didn't, I guess. Did I hold up the lanyard very well? I'm sorry. If I did, please forgive me. Yeah. I think I probably just don't remember. I'm getting old. Okay. Got a decent little pouch. Yeah, it's real basic guy. It's small. Just a screw-in handle. And then tighten it up. Boy, that is a little shovel. Got a little bit of weight to it. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm not hating on this. I'll tell you why. It's so small that you could easily put this in a backpack. And that's the nice thing is some of the other ones that are a lot nicer, of course, they're bigger and they're a lot more heavier. So, you know, if you're carrying a pack and you're really looking to lower the weight, but you do want a shovel, I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked, but you can probably find a carbon fiber shovel or something out there for a lot of money. But if you're, you know, if you're on a budget, something like this is not bad. I'm not hating on this at all. And the price of $14.99, I'm okay with that too, actually. This is a pretty good item. Yeah. I think the price is right. The size is right. Little bag. Yeah, this is pretty good. Oh, no. This. All right, I'm an idiot. I'll figure it out in a few minutes. I'm tired. It's been a long day. That's going to go in the medium pile. It's not bad. It's not my favorite item. It's not bad. This last item I say for last because I am curious. Doomsday Heirloom Seed Garden Starter, 10,000 plus seeds, $49.99. More than 10,000 seeds, American organic seed, guaranteed grown in the USA. 35 vegetable varieties. I'm not going to read them all, but I mean, basically they got all your basic stuff. You know, from your squashes, your onions, peas, cantaloupes, carrots. I mean, lettuce. I mean, watermelons. I mean, all tomatoes, all that stuff. And 10,000 seeds is a lot of seeds. and it says they're organic. They're 100% heirloom, which you want. Okay. I love this. You know what? This is actually one of the coolest items I've gotten in any of my subscription boxes. And I know some people might be like, well, that's kind of silly. I mean, what, how's that, an exciting item? Well, I'll tell you what, if you're into survival and you're into prepping, you're into things like that, being able to grow your own food is super, super important. A lot of people don't know this, but during the pandemic, the plandemic, the whatever you want to call it, whether you, whatever your thoughts are on it, a lot of Walmarts literally taped off their seed sections and told people they could not buy them. Think about that for a minute. Now, if you say that's not true, I saw it. Okay? I saw it with my own eyes. They closed them off. They did not want people buying seeds. They did not want people to be able to grow their own food. Why? The only thing I can think of is because if you've got your own water and your own food, the government can't control you. I'm sorry to go down this avenue. Some people might be like, I don't want to hear that kind of crud, but it's true. Growing your own food is super important. So I love this. Now I have something else to say about this too. Here's the thing. A lot of times, people have seeds in their prepping kits, okay? But the problem is that, let's say that there's some sort of emergency, okay? And they shut down the grocery stores and people are like, well, I've got my own seeds. I'll grow my own food. Great. Well, you don't plant these in a day later, you've got food. You're going to plant these, and if you're lucky, 6 weeks later, you might have something to eat. A lot of this stuff, it's going to take longer than that. So it's really good to actually have a small garden going all year round, in my opinion. That way, if something happens, you already have that food supply. They're already growing, producing food. Also, another thing is, a lot of people don't realize, is the stuff you get at the grocery stores is trash. Even your fruits and your vegetables are tainted with pesticides, chemicals, everything you can think of. They're pulled way before they're ripened. There's actually very little nutrition in them compared to, your higher quality organics and things like that. So this is awesome. I love this. I recommend your own gardens. I recommend doing it now, not waiting until an emergency happens. Even if it's a small one. A lot of people are like, I don't have the room. I'm in an apartment. You know what? You can get some little tiny planters and put them out on your ledge or whatever and just have a little bit. It's amazing how little food we actually need to sustain ourselves. So again, I know I keep saying this. I love this a lot. Okay, so my camera just turned off, which just tells me I probably went a little bit too long. I think it goes off at about 30 minutes. Sorry for how long this video is. Lots of stuff. I was just saying the flashlight was junk. The shower is okay. The last couple things. The shovel, I think, is actually pretty good. Probably should go in a like it pile, actually, for the price. And then these are awesome. These are really cool. So that's everything I got for you this month. I hope you guys are all doing really, really well. I appreciate you, and I will have another knife video for you out probably in a few days as well. So God bless, and take care, everybody. All right. See you later. Bye.